Oh, told you. I told you guys. I told you we would not lose. And when I tell you we will not lose, we will not lose. 2-2. Guys, I don't know what title I can give to this game, but robbery? Robbery? Can robbery be a good title? I don't know. What do you think, guys? Let me know the first reaction. Oh, thank you for being here. I'm sorry I was late. I told you maybe I was not even doing the live because I have a private problem. But I was able to join. My God, what robbery. Two penalties. Penalties. We receive a lot of penalties like that against us. Today, the destiny, the fate is giving those penalties back. Thank you. It was the day to give them back. Thank you. It's the only thing I would say. I see. Money, money. No, it's not money, guys. But Giuseppe, it was pure luck. Yes, yes, luck is only given to the people that try, and we tried a bit in the second half. Let's be honest, we tried a bit, not much, not much, just this, and it was enough. Phew, I'm full of emotions. I don't know because normally 2-2 for Juventus is not a good result. Let's be honest. When I saw the first half, I will tell you, and you were there at the halftime, I was a bit depressed, guys. I was depressed because we were not playing well at all. And I want to do a shootout to one man, El Táctico. Because El Táctico, Mo, yesterday in the tactic video, he did a prediction. He said the game will be 2-2. At the halftime, after the game that we saw, where a lot of people were thinking maybe we will lose 4-0, he persisted and he said, we will do 2-2. Thank you, Mo. I don't know if you are already here or if you will join in a few minutes, but thank you. So 2-2, robbery, that's the name. We didn't play well. We didn't play well. We explained already the first half. I don't want to repeat because I see people join again. They were already here in the first half, but the first half, the word to describe Juventus was fear. We were fearing Atalanta and we were scared to concede goals. We conceded one. We didn't change our strategy. Our strategy was hold on, don't break the lines. And if we have to go at the 1-0 back, we will go 1-0 back in the locker room, but don't concede space to Atalanta. And they did it really well. Then you can criticize yes or no, but they did what was expected from them. If we would have played otherwise, I believe Atalanta would have killed us in the first half. So 1-0 at the first half with a lot of fear of Juventus, but respecting the strategy. Second half, again, we saw slightly better Juventus until the penalty 1-1, and then we disappeared again. And then I don't understand one thing. Why did Sarri change Dybala? Can someone explain me here in the live why? I try to understand. It's not because he was tired, because the last game he was home. He was not able to play. So why did Sarri change him? The only reason I start to have is yes, having because Dybala was that much man marked that he wanted to have some weight, some power, some energy in the front to change the tactics of Atalanta in the front for man marking to create a bit of confusion there. It didn't help because Juventus, from that moment on, they lost actually their man that was dangerous in the front. And then you really saw that Atalanta was pressing again. They scored again an amazing, beautiful goal. Beautiful, nothing to say at that moment. We are all thinking it's over because we have 10 minutes to play. Juventus again in the front. Again, another penalty from Higuain, who actually gave the ball to Douglas Costa. I will be honest with you guys. Normally, because now we are speaking, we are happy, but normally I would not even blow that penalty in normal football. But this year, it's not normal football. They decided to give all those one. Remember the one against us a few days ago versus Milan with Bonucci. So deserved penalty. I'm sorry. 2-2. Douglas Costa and Alexandro changed the game. They changed it. So let's see what are your first reactions. Starting with Riturai. With this win, we can't win Champions League. No, we can't. Absolutely not. On the other hand, if this win helps us to remain and actually to win 1 point on Lazio, we win 1 point. So we are not at plus 10, but we are at plus 8. So that means actually it's 3 games, more or less. If we have already that, if we win the next game, Sassuolo and Lazio, we can start to think about the Champions League, starting to rest players and fully concentrated on that. Everything can happen, but I agree with you. With that performance of today, we go nowhere. We can't fear Atalanta. I'm sorry. And we did. Bagu is saying we're starting losing control and shape once Dybala came off. Absolutely. That was what I was saying. I don't care how we did it. Yeah. Vincere non è importante, è l'unica cosa che conta. Winning is not important, it's the only thing that matters. And that's what we showed today, even if we didn't win. We didn't win today. Muslim is saying, Ciao Muslim, the players were so happy scoring the second goal that they didn't want to play for a winning. I was a bit pissed off because in the last seconds, we saw that we had the opportunity because Atalanta was mentally affected by our 2-2 because they deserved the win. Let's be honest. They deserve it, and they saw that win, that second spot going away, even if I really believe they will finish second. That went away, that second position, and they gave up. At that moment, we could have pressed and scored the third one. I was believing in it. I will tell you the truth. Ronaldo is one behind Immobile, 27 at 28, or no, 28 goals for Ronaldo, 29 for Immobile. So he's one behind. He can win it. Don't forget, Allegri was always saying the team that has the top scorer don't win Serie A. So I prefer to win Serie A, but let's see. The only bright thing in this match was De Ligt, Benta, and Rabiot. Yes, they played well. I will try to do the scores together with you in a few minutes, but yes, they played well. Quadrado was dead. He was dead from the beginning until the end. In one hand, I'm happy that he can rest. I'm happy that Alexandro was back and he played the second half really well. I will not forgive him for what he did versus Milan, but he did okay. So I'm confident versus Sassuolo that we can play Danilo on the right, Alexandro on the left. So that can help. Serie A should review their penalty system. Yeah, absolutely, yes, because this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. How, we are for Juve. We are happy that we didn't lose and that we did 2-2 because losing today, the last time, those are statistics, guys. The last time that we lost 2 consecutive Serie A match, it was in August 2015. So it's nearly 5 years that we didn't lose 2 in a row in Serie A. And it was about to happen today. It didn't happen. We are happy, but it's true. The penalty like that against or for us, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Sad, ciao, sad. Other than Atalanta goal, second half was better. Yes, it was better because they tried. They tried, but still really shy. We scored with 2 penalties. We didn't score in an action. I was again here. Please talk about the substitutes. I will, Musa, because if we start with the good ones, we have Douglas Costa that changed the game again. We talked about it in the halftime. He would come in and he would change the game. We knew it. And Alexandro did well. He was not ready for the whole game, but he did well. But then, and I'm sorry, again, Pipita Higuain. No. And Ramsey, my God, Ramsey. Aaron, at a certain moment, you had a really great chance, an easy combination between Ramsey and Gonzalo Higuain, and they missed it completely. He's not focused, he's not concentrated, and I'm speaking about Ramsey. So for me at the moment, it's really difficult to play him. That's why I want to win the Serie A as fast as possible, because it's a great player when he's in shape, but he needs to be in shape and have minutes in his game and find back that confidence that Rabiot is having. Rabiot, again, we talked about it last time. He's growing, growing, growing. He's playing better, better, better. A few mistakes also from him in the first half, let's be honest. But for me, it was maybe the best in the midfield today. Yeah, absolutely, yes. So those for the subs, it is. And I did you saw it at a certain moment. I saw Rogani going out of the bench. I was like, what's happening now? What's happening now? But that De Ligt I hope De Ligt has not a serious injury at his shoulder, because every time he was falling down, he was touching his shoulder, and you saw that he had pain. He was having pain. So remember the last time we were lucky to have Demiral to come in, and he changed the season at a certain moment so that De Ligt could rest. I hope De Ligt can finish the season. But remember what happened last game without him. Ciao Stefano. Last week a severe penalty was given and put Milan back in the game. Tonight it played in our favor. Va bene, because it's going okay like that. I agree, Steph. That's how I started when I jumped in the live. Sometimes it's penalty against, and a lot of time I was really dubious about the penalty that they were giving us, especially versus Milan. But we talk about it. No excuse. It is a penalty with the strange new rules, and this time they give it to us 2 times. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Higuain won the penalty. Yes, that's the only thing that he did well, but he did it well. So I agree with that. Uh, let's see what people are saying. Ciao Alinka, Bonucci was bad today. Yeah, I saw him mentally affected. Yes, I think he's still. No, yeah, I agree. He's still in game with Milan. It was a big shock for him to receive also a lot of critics like that. And don't forget, guys, it's true. We are humans. We have failures. When we are attacked, we don't feel good. When we receive compliments, we feel better. And it's the same with players. And even if they don't answer on social media, they see what we are saying, and they know it. So mentally, it's hard. So I believe we are still there. So shoot out to Mo. To you predicted it. You had to put a lot of money on that one, because you would have won a lot of money. Vincent de Mees, Dutch television is worried about De Ligt, his shoulder. We just talked about it. I'm also really worried about that. Bonucci is saying we got an important point. How the game was, yes. We are Juve, guys. We are Juve. And it's a bit annoying, to be honest, that we have to be happy to have a draw against Atalanta in our stadium, when we know that it could have been a Scudetto game. You win 10 points in front of Lazio. You win the Scudetto today. Not mathematically, but you win it. Now, okay, 6 games to play. We have 8 points ahead. It would be a disaster if we lose. But yeah. So an important point for that, yes. On the other hand, Danilo was okay today. Yeah, yeah. We could have big time. Absolutely, yes. Jihad, ciao, man. The second goal, we saw that Bentancur was down. Yeah, it's true. Bentancur was not his best performance, but he did quite okay. They insert Bentancur. I saw him like this. He was not constant. He did a few mistakes. Other things he did really well. I was really happy. Remember at the halftime we were saying, don't play Pjanic. We didn't. We continued with the midfield, we said. And to be honest, we could have lost a lot more, and we didn't. Let me take my drink, guys. I'm really thirsty. So take some Fanta and water. But it's true. I totally agree. The midfield we had helped us a lot. A lot of people are laughing. Yeah, Matuidi is not the best player. He can't control the ball, and he's technical, and I agree with that. But the work that he did today, and even that we are not able to see, he helped a lot to not concede 4 goals, guys, because Atalanta was so much higher than we were. Did you guys Rugani was about? Yeah, that's the thing. We just talked about it. RB comes absolutely at a certain moment he was about to come in. He was like, "What's happening? No, no, don't do that. No, no, Rugani, please, no Rugani." Dan is saying we were so lucky. Yeah, we were. Ciao, Dan. Guys, follow Dan on Twitter. Dan is really amazing on Twitter. Big fan of Dybala. So, Dan, let me know. How did you feel when Dybala went out? For me, strange change. Ridicoli un rigore inesistente. True. I believe it's a fan of another team here that's saying that the penalty was not existing, and I have to say, I agree with him. In a normal time, I would never give penalty like that. What do we want to do? Cut the arms of the players? But this year they are giving it for and against. So second goal was going in between Alexandro. It's tuned to replace him. Uh, yeah, Marco, ciao, Sufyan. Marco Gerardino is saying our mental situation is not really good. I believe this game, that point can change a lot because if we lost, I promise you, if we lost that game today, that would have been a drama. A drama. Mentally, you lose versus Milan 4-2 after winning 2-0. You know that you have the title in your hands. You had it like here, and you give it away. You lose versus Atalanta. They come at 6 points. You have to play Sassuolo in big form. Don't underestimate Sassuolo, guys. They are quick, they are fast. And then you have Lazio after that. Guys, because we don't have even have an action. It's true, Angelo. It's true. We didn't play well. We were not creative in the front, and we know it. The only goals that we score is by individual magic. The only action I remember post lockdown where it was really beautiful, it was maybe the second goal of Dybala when Bernardeschi gave him an assist with the back heel of his foot, and then Dybala was able to score. That was the only combination I saw. Then we saw some penalties, one free kick from Ronaldo, and then individual magic like Douglas Costa and Dybala and Rabiot, all individual goals. So it's true. It's true. We have to work on that. But I prefer to work with a +8 than with a +6 in the mental difficulty. Kara, he is not in shape. I don't know what player are talking about, guys. You're so much. I try to recuperate with the messages, but you're a lot. You're lagging, Giuseppe. I hope I'm not lagging anymore. Let me check on phone. Okay, I'm back. Stefan is saying in the second half, Bentancur showed few times he has to work a lot to perform as a regista. Second goal came because of a bad pass. He has to know better when to accelerate the game and when to slow down. It's true. I'm a big defender of Bentancur as a regista. I saw him doing a lot of great games there versus Udinese, for example, 2 times. I saw him live, so I'm a big defender of him. I believe he has a lot of potential there, but he's young and he never had the pressure he had today at that role. So he has to learn also there. It's true. It's true. I agree. Today was not a big and good player. Guys, we are so much in the live. Thank you again. I don't know how to thank you even more. I remind we are 890 on the channel, and that's thanks to you, thanks to the trust you're giving me. I try to recompensate that trust, giving the news in the morning, the pre-game tactics with Mo. We are doing funny things. We are doing so much things on the channel, and wait for it because Calciopoli video is about to be uploaded in the next coming days. It will be a premiere live about Calciopoli. If you really want to know the truth, what really happened, I promise you, subscribe to the channel because it will be amazing. I promise you that. Going back to the game, Mohamed, your tactics were spot on, man. Rabiot on the right and Matuidi changing position, also that great sign. Yes, I agree, Ajinka. We talked about it with my friend Mo yesterday, so it's 24 hours ago. And when we saw the formation of Sky, we were like, this is not the formation to play against Atalanta because they will kill us. We played with a formation. I will not say, guys, that we played a beautiful game, that we were better, but look at the result, 2-2. And I believe if we played Pjanic and Alexandro to start, it would have been a lot worse. So I'm really happy with that. Immobile 29 and 28 for Ronaldo. He can do it. I just hope when Rogani was about to come, I lost hope also. Sack Sarri and bring in Mo. Yes, Mo in. The El Tactico. I want El Tactico in. Fino alla fine forza Juve. Immobile 29, 28 for Ronaldo. When was the last player that win the Capo Cannoniere? I have to check the statistic back. But for sure, the four last year, not. That I'm sure about the four last year. You are doing a great job, Giuseppe. Grazie, Angelo. Um, it's not the Calo premiere. Uh, Look at that. So thanks for the message. 65, man. Beautiful to see. Yeah, I'm also super happy. Okay. Okay. It's a new subscriber. Thank you for the subscribing. Okay. Taking Dybala off was a poor move by Sarri. What do you think? I just talked about that just before. I agree. I still don't understand the real reason why we subbed Dybala. Really strange for me. So, guys, 6 games to play. If I'm not wrong, and I will read you live, the games Juventus has to play, still, we have to do Sassuolo, and I will give you the dates also so that you can follow together with me. So we have um, Sassuolo on Wednesday. Then we play Lazio, big game. We continue with Udinese. Then we have Sampdoria, Cagliari, and Roma. I talked with a Romanista friend, and he was in live with a Roman community. And I asked to the guys, what would you do? What would you do if the last game Lazio and Juve were equal? Lazio had chances to win. Would you let Juve win or not? And they told me never. We go and we will win whatever happened in the other games. Today with 8 points, I don't believe we need a win versus Roma in the last game, but let's see. So we have a difficult game. Sampdoria is playing for the relegation. That's always really difficult. Um, so 110 to go. Yes, 110. And again, the numbers are not that important, but I know, and it's true, from 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, you can do even more. You can put some posts on YouTube. You can have more interaction with the people that are following you. So I really hope that we can reach it quite soon. Gasperini saying penalties. This is the rule. They are 100% penalty, but this rule makes no sense, and it only exists in Italy. But nothing to say. This time it's against. Sometimes it is in our favor. Gasperini is a great man. Absolutely yes, because that's what we were saying. For me, it's also not a penalty, but with the rules of Serie A, it is really strange rules, but it is what it is. Hello, ciao Dan. What a shame. I do not recognize this Juventus as we were playing to get a draw. No Grinta, nothing. I'm disappointed, and we are also. Dan, we totally agree with that. We are also disappointed because we were playing with fear, and this is not the Juve we were used to see. Pay attention. After a game like Milan, it's not easy to know that you have to play 3 days later versus Atalanta. This can give a big boost, but yeah. Doing the ratings of the players, I will try to do them live. So I saved uh, another one from the last game versus Milan. So I want to write them down and check them with you. So the score was 2-2 versus Atalanta. Uh, Meanwhile, I give the score. Chesney, guys, for me, Chesney, 2 goals against. Didn't do a lot of things. I give him a 5.5. Let me know in the comments what you think. I'm right or I'm not right about the the scores that I'm giving. But for me, 5.5 for Chesney, not much and not better as that. Danilo, I continue to give him a 6. He played again on the left. He didn't play bad. And today, guys, uh, Bonucci. Yeah, I believe Bonucci. I don't know if you agree or not. I would give Bonucci a five. Five for Bonucci, not because you saw that he was mentally really affected by the last game. He was not giving a lot of security. He was going in the back. Uh, Two goals. I'm not saying it's totally his fault, but he was not giving confidence. And from a captain, I found he was really, really, really silent. I don't expect that from a captain to be that silent. Uh, then we have another man. I don't know if you agree with me, but I will write it here. So let me know if you are okay or not with my friend Delicht. I gave him a seven. The guy was playing with a shoulder that was broken in the first half, and he was again the best defender. He was really smart today because normally when you are 20 and you know that your strength is to go on the player really high and to press them and to win the one-on-one duel, you would actually do it and be tempted to do it a lot of time. He knew that that could have been really difficult and put his team in difficulty. So what he did today for Juve was really, really great because he was a bit more patient and he went out when he had to go out. So for me, a seven for Matthijs de Ligt, probably the best. Quadrado, let me write down. I have to write. I'm sorry, guys, that it's not prepared, but I was just jumping in the live. Five and a half for Quadrado. Mo, if you want to join, send me a message so that you join and you explain us your prediction, where how you came on that prediction, and that we celebrate that everything you said it was actually that you predicted really well. So let me know. But for me, five and a half for Quadrado. Why? Because Quadrado was really, really, really tired. He didn't bring a lot in offensive game today. He was really in the back. He was keeping sometimes he was also dribbled too easily. He lost few balls. It was a bit better when Douglas Costa came in, but for me it was a five and a half. And then we have Rabiot. Rabiot. What do you think of that score, guys? Rabiot for me, a six, a six for Rabiot. Um, Then we have two other players. Let do all midfield. Rabiot six, Matuidi five and a half, and Bentancur five and a half also for me. So five and a half, five and a half, and six for Rabiot. Uh, First goal of is Cuadrado fault. Yeah, I agree, Rod. Exactly, it's the fault of Cuadrado, the first one, because he tried to do a crazy dribble. So the first one is on him. Totally agree. Rabiot seven. I didn't give a seven. Why? Because you see that sometime in the beginning of the game he was losing a few balls. Seven is you score a goal. Also, I gave him the last time I believe 7.5 or 8 because he did a great performance and a goal. This time we leave six best of our midfield, but our midfield was not super well. And don't forget, guys, we're not celebrating a victory here. We celebrate not having losing versus Atalanta and not having losing a 4-0. Huh? We scored two goals on penalty, so a six is more than generous for me. Bentancur five. I gave him five and a half. Yeah, five and a half. I agree with that. Yeah. Rabiot unfortunate dispossession led to a horrible goal. Yeah. Uh, and the second fall of Bentancur. Yeah, it can be that we give him a five. Matuidi was a five, was a headless chicken. I don't know, Niket. I don't know because we don't really always see what he's doing. But the guy, he was helping a lot Danilo. Huh? Did you see the difference with him helping Danilo? We give a six to Danilo today. He was not a disaster. Remember the game versus Milan? We all said Danilo was a disaster. We didn't wanted to see him anymore on the pitch together with Rogani and Bonucci, but Danilo was a disaster. Today, with the support of Matuidi, not only the midfield could resist, but also Danilo was performing better thanks to Matuidi. So that's why I will not give him 5.5. A five, but I give him a 5.5. Fair enough for the score. Dreadful match, Juan. Totally agree. Our friend Bolivia, Juan. Then we have the attack with Ronaldo. So difficult. I'm hesitating with a half point. Okay. What do you think about Ronaldo with a 6.5? What do you think about that? Because yeah, for me, Ronaldo at the end he scored two penalties, guys. He was decisive again, and we are saying, and we are, at the end he scored. You have to score two penalties. It's not easy to score two penalty, and he do it. It's his ninth penalty of the season, and it's not his fault if the referee give a penalty because people call him Penaldo. He scored 28 goals, huh? 28 with nine penalties. Who cares? You have to score them. The last time he missed one in Coppa versus Milan, remember? So you have to score them. 6.5 for him. Then we have Bernardeschi for me a 5. Worse and worse and worse and worse. I said it, huh? I prefer sometimes to have a player like Pjanic who doesn't want to because he's going to Barcelona, and then you know it and you put him on the bench and you know that he doesn't want, so you don't let him play. But then you have a player like Bernardeschi, you see that he wants to, but he can't. And that's a big problem, guys, with Bernardeschi. Guys, am I the only one, now that we are with a lot of people in the chat, am I the only one that noticed an enormous difference in the relationship between Bernardeschi and Ronaldo? Last year, I saw it in Valencia when Ronaldo had the red card. Remember, Bernardeschi was going crazy because Ronaldo had that. He said to him, sei il più forte, you are the strongest. He was really in love with Ronaldo. He admired him. It's his favorite player, gave him a big name for his birthday, and so they had a great celebration. He was always the first one to celebrate him and to speak good about him. Now they are a bit more distance. I don't know what happened there, but for me there is a problem in relation with Bernardeschi and Ronaldo. I believe something would have happened. I don't know why. Maybe I'm going crazy. That can also happen. We have okay saying Ronaldo knows that Bernard trash. And why am I saying that? Because at a certain moment we had Ronaldo who tried to call Bernardeschi on the left side of the field. I don't know why Bernardeschi was there, but he called him and he said, come, or go that way, or go that way. Bernardeschi was not listening, and Ronaldo was really furious against Bernardeschi. I don't know if you saw it. I noticed this really strange thing there. And then we have for me Mr. Paolo Dybala. Paolo Dybala 6.5 for me. Yeah. How many did I give to Ronaldo? 6.5. Yeah, 6.5 for Dybala until he played. For me, it was the most dangerous man of the game. He did a lot, even if he was really marked really at the underwear like this, and he was even able to be dangerous. Without him, you saw a big problem. Then I would give to Douglas Costa, I will give him a 6.5 also. Why? Because he entered, and you see that when he entered versus Milan, he was nowhere. He disappeared. He deserved 5. He couldn't change the game. Today, you see that Atalanta was fearing them really a lot. Then we have some comments from the people. Stefano is saying Ramsey, Khedira, Berna, Higuain, Rogani out. I am really sad for one man there, and it's Ramsey, because sometimes we saw some sparkle of Ramsey. Remember the last game before the lockdown versus Inter, how good he played, and he was playing a few games like that really well. The guy disappeared. He's totally lost. And if he has to be lost, and if our friend Ramsey has to be injury prone, and you do plus plus plus, then yeah, and his big salary, 7 million a year. I agree. Unfortunately, Kedira, we don't even talk about it. I would stop his contract and giving a director role at the J Medical. He knows the J Medical better than the doctor, so give him immediately. You know the graduation for being doctor. Then he could be at home there. Bernardeschi, yes. Higuain, yes. And Rugani, absolutely. Do you still believe in Sarri? Because I don't think his appointment was the worst mistake Juve did in recent years. Also, with swapping Cancelo for Danilo, there are two discussions there. Nix, Sarri is, we know it. It is a B plan. It is a B plan. That was not the A plan. Why couldn't we have the A plan? We will never know. The A plan was clearly Pep Guardiola. We couldn't for a mysterious reason. By the way, on Monday we will know how long Manchester City will not play the Champions League. The request is 2 years without Champions League. Some rumors are already saying that they will disappear. The accusation will disappear and they will be able to play. I don't know what's true, what's not. Guys, if you want a news that I received today by phone, I can't reveal from who, and I'm not sure if it's true or not. I'm just saying you Mercato news. I heard today, and Zaniolo is signed for 50 million euro. Someone sent me that information. I cannot prove it. I cannot reveal you who told me, but Zaniolo is done at 50 million. Are you happy about that? If true, but I don't promise you. But Zaniolo should be a new player for of Juve from next season. Let's see. And for yeah, so it was a B plan, Sarri. Would we continue with him? I believe a lot will depend. But playing like we did today, it's not in his advantage. And then you have the Cancelo with Danilo. The problem with that is a bigger story. Cancelo had problems in the dressing room. It was a guy who was not really disciplined. He was not really following and training as hard as he had to as a Juventus player. And Juventus really doesn't like this. They don't like players that are not going to the max. So that was one of the reasons. And the second reason is we tried to sell Kedira, Mandzukic, Matuidi, players with big salary, players who were there since a long time. That was the plan. Unfortunately, we had the big occasion to sign De Ligt. Uh, we I just received a message about De Ligt that people are worried about his shoulder, worried about his shoulder than about his balls. So let's see. I believe we are all worried about his shoulders, and Anke, his girlfriend, is worried about his balls. So let's see. Let's see what worse. For us is the shoulder. For the girlfriend is the balls. But what happened with Cancelo is we tried to sell all those players. We had the opportunity of De Ligt. We signed him. So the problem is from that moment, when you sign a player for 85 million euro, you need money. It's a fact. You need money. You try to sell the people that you had in mind. They don't want to leave because they win a lot of money. They were just renewed, and then you have a problem. So you have to make profit. You have to sell a player. And the only player that we had at that time was Cancelo. And Keane is also such a player that we sold for having plus Valenza profit. We sold him for 32 million euro to Everton, or 28, I don't remember. So that's what we did. And then Cancelo was another thing. The only problem with Cancelo is Manchester City said, okay, we want to take him, but only if you take Danilo. So for our books, because we had already, it's a long financial discussion, but we had some depreciation. For us, it was a profit, Cancelo. And then you take Danilo, and you had to. If you didn't take Danilo, you couldn't close the deal of Cancelo. Remember, we tried really hard to sell Dybala. It's because we were really blocked. And now, one of the things with all the market that we did exchange Pjanic and Archer for a profit reason and a sportive reason also, and that's a good one. But for buying a lot of new players, we will first sell, and that's why Zaniolo, they tell me 28 for King from Rod. Thank you. Um, that's why even if they told me Zaniolo is done for 50 million, I don't believe that we will see that in the big pages already. They will wait until we sell. The leak of Bell Siesta in the game today. Yeah, he was doing great. He was doing great. We have three atypical player with Zaniolo. It's true, and that's one of the question I'm asking myself, and then I will answer Michael that had a big question. Um, the thing is, we have already Kulusevski. He's a left foot. We have if I don't promise you, just the news I received. But if we take also Zaniolo, it's another left foot on playing that position. At the moment, we have Bernardeschi that for sure I don't see his future at Juventus, but at the moment is here. So three left foot playing on the offensive third on the right can be a big problem. And I'm not a big fan of having players adapted to new positions. If you buy a player, let him play in his position. Giuseppe, can you explain something? When Ronaldo was signing, I read that Higuain had to leave for salary reasons. Too much salary, both Higuain and Ronaldo. How come they play together now? It's quite easy to explain. Also him, Higuain this season. So at the Higuain at the salary, I believe it's also six and something. And the problem is we had to do something with because the salary were quite high, quite, and also Higuain was not didn't have the trust of Juventus anymore. Let me take away Douglas Costa here. Okay. So for me, he didn't have the trust anymore. He had a high salary. We had to sell him without discussion. The problem is that nobody wanted to take him with the millions he was earning. So we had to give him on loan to Milan. Milan that promised us to buy him. There was some rumors of a clause if they were obliged to buy him if they were going to Champions League. I never saw that on as a fact. The rumors was that Higuain started quite okay at Milan, and then after the penalty that he missed versus Juventus, he went like a big decrease mentally, and we know that our friend Higuain is mentally a weak player. So what happened there? They loaned him at Chelsea. They loaned him there, and Chelsea, with the ban they had of signing player, they were not even able to sign him. So that's why he came back. And remember what happened this season? It happened that he didn't want to leave Juventus. And when a player has 2 years of contract with Juventus, high salary, and he doesn't want to leave, that's why he's there. And that's why a lot of time we are criticizing Paratici and the Mercato, and we don't have a left back. We have only Alexandro. We don't have another one, and we don't have midfielders, and we have a problem with the nine. Guys, those things are consequences of the past because we signed some players or we extended some players that we didn't have to. And then you start having problems with the team, especially when those people are taking all that money and they don't want to move anymore. Look at Kedira. Kedira is saying, I'm happy at Juventus. I still have 1 year. I'm winning 6 million. I'm director of the J Medical. I'm really happy there. He's doing pictures with Mandzukic now. He said, I don't want to leave. What do you want to do? You can't dismiss him. You have to pay him. He's earning 6 million, guys. So that's a big problem. Then what do we have? Luck saved us today. Owen, it's true. We talked about the game earlier. We played, I don't want to say bad. Atalanta played as Atalanta, Juventus was playing with fear. They feared Atalanta, and that's a big problem. That's a big problem. We cannot play with fear, and then you don't score one goal on an action, but two penalties that are strange, but correct with the rules of this year in Serie A. Even Gasperini, the coach of Atalanta, said it after the game. He said, in Serie A, it's like it is. So look at that. We have some discussions here for Mohamed El Shahali for playing in the midfielders today. Any other combination we would have lost. Uh, I didn't follow all the. Here it starts for El Chali a 7. Why? Because if we had to play with another combination as we have done today, we would have lost. And Moy saying a 7 for Sarri is a lot. I would give him a 6 because we didn't lose. Otherwise, it was easy a 5.5. Yes, but as told, I believe if we would have played with another combination, and I totally agree with the comment before from Rad, we would have lost. We would have lost, and much more. About Higuain, I don't have heard his name. You want? Yeah, I prepared it. 5. 5. 5. Why? Because I wanted to give him a 4.5 because again he was lost. He was lost. But at the end, thanks to him, we had the second penalty. I gave a 5. 5. Guys, please don't put all the same comments in copy. Penaldo. I saw it or I try to recuperate, but otherwise people will be confused with the messages, guys. So why other players don't score many penalties? Because they don't want to score. It is because they don't get it. To get a penalty, it's a chance, but to score, it is a technique. Following since the beginning, we said that already. We were explaining that yes, we didn't call him Penaldo, but we said it's true. If you have a penalty, you have to score it. And scoring 2 penalties in the same game is not always easy. So we are really happy to have him in the team. And I gave him a 6.5 also because he was decisive there. Nader is saying this is not a team for Sarri yet. Next year it will be faster team with more flair. If Sarri does it to remain at Juve, and I agree because this team is not built for Sarri. I totally agree. And for no coach that play that style, we are praising Gasperini, Guardiola, and so on and so on. But with the players we have, we know it. They are individually strong. As a team, they are not. I totally agree with that. So let me check another comment. Higuain for Zaniolo. What I heard, Jihad, is Zaniolo is 50 million cash. Why? Because Roma need money. They are about to be bankrupt. They need money. Normally, there was someone who would have bought or buy Roma. The problem is that with the lockdown, with the COVID and so on, also there they said, wait. I wait a bit before buying a club like Roma. So they took themselves away. But Roma needs money. So Pepe coming to Juve will make me so happy. Me too. That was the dream of last year. So and now we are starting. To buy some players with that. I'm in a way, guys, with what happened with the Mercato, I'm happy that we didn't sign Pep, because having Pep with the players like Matuidi, that you know that I love Matuidi, Pep and Matuidi, my guys, it's strange, no? It's not possible. Putting Pep and Matuidi in the same sentence is impossible. Today, if Pep will come, will he get the guarantee to spend money, especially in this time? The problem with Pep is he has a pre-contract, what I heard, guys. He has a pre-contract signed with Juventus that is valid for, I believe, 3 years. It's signed, the contract, And but it's just contract, if I'm not wrong, of 28 millions a year, 24 millions a year. If you give a salary to Ronaldo, 30, 24 for Pep, blah, 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 it start to be a lot of money. Yeah? It start to be a lot of money. And then Stefano is saying he will take the brand with him. Amazing player, the brand. That's maybe a player that I want to take even more than Pogba. And the people that follow me since the beginning, you know the love I have for Pogba. The brand is a game changer. It's a beast, top player, but it's impossible. Juve with Ronaldo, Pep, De Bruyne, it start to be real, and especially because we have to find, yeah, to fulfill the other position. That start to be a lot, and people are starting to ask about Pochettino. I don't know Pochettino. I don't know. I don't know. I don't say that he's a bad trainer. Huh? He has some origins from Torino. I know he likes Juventus. Is he a trainer for you? I don't know. I also have heard somewhere first that Allegri could have come back at Juve as a manager, but then apparently Inter really want to sack Conte, out Conte, and they are thinking about that man. And you know what I heard today? I promise you, it's true. What I heard, I don't know if it's the truth, but I heard that it is Agnelli. Agnelli, who is a good friend of Steven Zhang, because we hate Inter. We don't like Inter. We blame them, blah, blah, blah. But Agnelli, and it's true, he has a good relationship with Steven Zhang, the president of Inter, the young guy there. And apparently Agnelli said, guy, take Allegri. I know Agnelli hates Conte. He would be so happy to see Conte being dismissed by Inter. I'm sure he's ready to do whatever it takes, even say to his friend Zhang, take him. So you remember, guys, when it's about to be midnight, I start to tell you stories, because I like stories, but it's not inventions. It's stories I hear from left and right. I cannot always promise you what will happen, and mercato is a strange thing. It change every day, but those things is what I heard. Now that is saying Pochettino never won anything. He's a young trainer also, but I agree. I'm not a lot convinced about that. Zhang is no longer Moratti. It's true. It's true. Uh, then we have Allegri will only go to big clubs, not Inter. I know that normally Allegri, I received uh, I received a message from my friend Rav. You know Rav? Oh, I don't know if you see it. Damn. You know Rav from uh, UVFC.com? He's telling me that he really wants a Calciopoli video really soon, and I will do that. I will do that. I'm working on it. I will try to have it for next week in a live premiere. It will be the best video I ever had on my channel. And how we will do, guys. We will do a live premiere, and right after we do a live where I will be with a host, with a guest, and we will try to answer the question of the people in the chat about Calciopoli after the video. Video should be 11, 12 minutes where we explain all the truth from the beginning of Calciopoli with not stories, guys, with facts, with documents, with everything well done. A video really easy to understand how it started, with facts, and I will show you the truth about Calciopoli. In that video, it will be the best I ever made on the channel. And after that, for people who has more questions, we will answer them. So I hope you will like that. So it is what it is, guys. So we are about here to about 1 hour. Again, thank you. We are every chat we are more and more and more, and I really appreciate that. I love it, guys. Again, thank you. I try to do my best for you. This time I was a bit pity that nobody joined in just to chat with me about the game. Maybe next time. And I have a question for you guys. Really, if you miss anything on the channel about information about Juve, statistics, or you have ideas, games, or whatever, let me know. Put me some message in the comments. Let me know, like not in the live chat because those disappear later, but I put it on my channel or whatever. Let me know, like, Giuseppe, we want you to talk about this Mercato. Yes, we always talk about Mercato. I will try to do as soon as possible a Mercato video, a recap like I did the other time. But if we have no news, if I have to speak only about Zaniolo, that's a bit too much. To do a video especially about Zaniolo. But guys, let me know so that we can do a even better with the channel. We started with also the giveaways. Thank you. Thanks to Terrain Giant. So guys, if you don't do yet, go on Twitter, follow his account, because in the videos I already gave two stickers, one t-shirt, and I still have one Marquise sticker to give away. I will try to give it tomorrow in one of the videos. So it's always simple. The first one who see the video, who see the code, he goes on Twitter, he type the code, and he wins the sticker. So it is what it is, guys. Thank you again. If you didn't and if you liked it, please subscribe to the channel, and I will try to. No, I will not review the game today. I will do it tomorrow. +8 on Lazio. Scudetto is near, but we didn't win yet. And if we want to win the Champions League, we will have to do better. Because versus Bayern, if we beat Real Madrid or City and Lyon first, we have to do better than what I saw today on television. Grazie, guys. Ciao.